Hello everyone. Today is our first lecture about Microsoft Office and we will be learning about Microsoft Word. So Microsoft Office has 3 or 4 things, but most of the times people use 3 software mostly. Like one is for the Microsoft Word, one is Microsoft PowerPoint. Let me share my screen. Okay, here we go. So one is Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word that we will use today is basically used to create the documents, to create the files. For example, even you can use it to create flyers, pamphlets, or brochures, whatever you like. But it is mostly used to create your files, your documents. For example, you are going to write an essay, you are going to write a proposal, you are going to write a resume, your own resume, right? So let's start with blank document and I will show you how it works. But I have one question. So how many of you know what resume is? Do you know what resume is? If you don't know that, just move your head like this because I can look at you. Okay. So resume is 2 or 3 page thing. For example, when you go for a job interview, when I go for a job interview, then they need to know me, right? So they don't know me who I am. So I will give them 2 or 3 pages of my history, work history, not my personal history, not that who I am, who is my brother, who is my sister, who is my mother. No, not like this. They need 2 or 3 page history of what I know, what I study, what I do for my work. So in resume, 2 or 3 pages, what I write what my education is and where I worked before, which skills I have, can I run the computer, or I cannot run the computer, like whatever they require, right? So that is called as a resume. Resume is just a document that shows who you are and what you can do. Okay, so in Word you can prepare many other things. You can write an essay. For example, what is an essay? You know what is an essay? Just do this. I can see. Okay, you don't know what is an essay. I can show you. An essay is a paragraph that we will write today, maybe. For example, an essay about your best friend. Okay, maybe when you go for your exam in school and they will ask you, write down an essay on my best friend. So you will write down an essay. My best friend name is and my best friend likes to eat this. My best friend likes to do this. This is an essay that you are going to write. Okay, this is the basic example of essay. So let's do this and I can show you how it works on computer. If you have to write an essay, let's write an essay about my best friend. So let's see how this essay will work on computer. Okay. So let me move this toolbar, this video a little bit down so you can see. So when you open Microsoft Word, let me open it again. So I will type here. Here is the word you can see. In the bottom, I have fixed it to my taskbar. This is the taskbar and this is my desktop. This is the desktop of the computer, the bigger screen that you are seeing, okay? So I have put my Microsoft Word down in the taskbar. You see there is a ribbon in the bottom. So I have put my Microsoft Office there. So I will click this word single time with the mouse and it opened like this way. See, now it is asking me blank document, photo resume, Blue Spheres resume, flyers, etc. etc. What we need, we will start with a blank document and we will create our own. Okay. So when I open this document, you see there is a black line which is blinking. What is this? This is a mouse. Mouse which I can move with my finger, mouse which I can click right or click left. Okay. So when I click left, it will be here. When I click double left, I can move this anywhere. When I click it double left hand side. Okay. You see here it is moving wherever I can move it. So what is on the top? On the top is basically a toolbar. You see, there are so many things that I can do and click. This is all toolbar. So let's start writing. For example, in your keyboard, you can see there are alphabets, English alphabets, right? So let's write my best friend. What are the spelling? MY. So there is one button on your toolbar, on your keyboard, sorry, which is called as caps. You can see there is a caps button on your keyboard. When I click caps, it is turned on. Then whichever letter I will write, it will be capital letter. You see, these are all uppercase letters or capital letter. And when I turn that caps off, it will be lowercase letter or the normal. You see, now it is a lowercase, small m. But let's write our essay, my best friend. So my best friend, I will turn on this. I will press this caps button. I will press this M, and I will press caps button again on my keyboard to turn it off, and then I will press Y. Then again BEST, best, and then there is a space button, a very big button on your keyboard. I will press it to create a space, best, and then I will turn caps button again on and create F, and then caps will go again off, friend. So whoever is my best friend, who is your best friend? Can you please tell me in the chat box? Maybe we can write that name here. Let's see, who is your best friend? Okay, just let's type its name in chat box and let's write the essay about it. Okay. Oh, Tim Tooney. Very interesting name, Tim Tooney. Okay, let me write it Tim Tooney here. T will be capital because it's the name. So I will then I will turn off this caps button. Tim, I guess it's the same one word, Tim Tooney. So hello, Tim Tooney. We are going to write essay about you. So now I want to go to the next line. Okay. So next line, I want to go. I will press enter or I will hit enter on your keyboard. I hit enter and I am on the next line. So let's start writing here. Tim Tooney is my best friend. Okay, you all can see it. Okay, is my best friend. Okay, here is a full stop. Whenever you finish a sentence, you need to press the full stop button or hit the full stop button on your keyboard. Okay, I hit it, and whenever you have to go to the next word, always create a single space. That single space is created again by hitting the space button. So I don't know if it is he or it is she, Tim Tooney. So let me, it's he or she, Tim Tooney. She? She? Okay. Okay. She is very space, nice, space, girl, full stop. She space likes space to space eat space sushi or rice space or space rice. Okay, so this is a simple sentence that we have written. Now, because it is your essay and this is your heading, my best friend Tim Tooney, right? So we want to make it different than the text here. What is the text? Text is all the scripture that we are writing here. Okay, this is called as text, or this is called as content. So I want this text to be different than this text because they both look same. So what I will do, I will select it. I will double left click my mouse here in the beginning, and you see that black line is blinking, right? So what I will do, I will hit the shift button on my keyboard, and while I am pressing the shift button, I will press the arrow towards the right side and I will select it. You see, I am selecting it. It is being highlighted and this is selected now. Now I will release that shift button from my keyboard. And now I will go here to play with the toolbars. What is here? Let's see. So here is the font. Of course, you can choose the style, how you want to write. Most of the times in your documents, you choose three styles: Calibri, Times New Roman, or Arial. But let's choose something else. Maybe I would like to choose this Aharani. So let's choose this one. So it is already bold, right? But let's choose something which is not bold. Let's choose this Times New Roman. So now I have changed the style, right? I have changed the style. Now I can even change the size. Maybe I can make it bigger. It is 11 right now. So let's make it 14. You see, the more I am going down, the more the size is increasing, right? So let's make it 20 or 18. Let me make it a little bigger for you so you can see it easily. So then let me highlight it again and bold it because I want to bold it. Bold means it will be more prominent. You see, it becomes bold. It becomes thicker text. I can make it italic too. Italic means in an angle. So let's see, it is an italic. I can underline this also. There should be a line below the text. You see, now there is a line below the text. I can even change the color. For example, Tim Tooney likes blue color. So why not to write the title in blue, right? So you see here is the where it is written A and red color. So there is an arrow beside it, okay? I will select this and I will select blue color. So Tim Tooney as a title is in blue. I can even highlight the text. For example, she likes to eat sushi. Maybe I want to highlight this text here. So what I will do, I will use my mouse and I will move. You see, when I move my mouse finger on the mouse, it is moving. So I will move it, and I will put it just below, before sushi here. And then I will double left click the mouse and it is selected little bit, right? But I want to select more. So I will press shift and I will press the same button, which is the right side arrow. And okay, so it is going away. So I will move it here back and I will select it. Okay, it is selected. Now I want to highlight it. Highlight means you want this text to be prominent in your text, right? So here is the highlighter. Let's choose the highlighter color. This green color, blue color, this blue color if I choose, you cannot read it easily. So you need to choose the color which you can read. So let's choose blue because we chose the blue before. Let's choose this color. So you see this text is now prominent. Let's write one more sentence. She is a student of grade Let me move this little bit up. Grade 5, full stop. She lives in my hometown near my house, full stop. We play together in the evening. Her parents are very good friends of my parents. Okay, full stop. Now, have you seen that there are two red lines below the words? So one red line is below Tim Tooney because Microsoft Word does not know who is Tim Tooney. So Microsoft Word thinks this is the wrong name, but we know this is the correct name. So we will leave it here. Then there is a red line below friends. Why? Because the spellings are wrong. So what you can do, you see I can still move my mouse. So I will put it on the friends. I will click left and then I will click, you see the spelling, if it is correct. Double check if this is correct. So this is the friends which I made, right? What I did, I moved my mouse, I put my mouse here, and then I double click or single click the left. You can even click right. If you click right, even then it will show you the spellings. You can click left, then it will show you the spellings down. Okay. So here I will change it to friends, right? And if I click right, then it also, now it is not showing me the spellings because spellings are corrected. But here also, when you click right, you can see all these toolbars, which we can talk later. I think for you, this is enough for today. And I can maybe show you one more thing here. For example, if you want to write it in the bullet points, this is just the basic word. So I'm showing you today. If you want to write into the bullet points, what you do, let me press enter to go to the next line again. Let's write, she reads, or like let's write her hobbies are, then I will press shift and the colon button and this will come up, right? And then I will press enter and then I will say her hobbies are book reading, enter, painting, enter, listening music, enter. Okay. And now you can see here that there is a blue line under this. So we will click again left. So it says listening to. Blue line means there is a grammar mistake or there is another mistake. So I will click listening to. Okay. Now I want to make it into the bullet points. So I will move my mouse here. I will click it as a single left. Then I will press shift. I will select it all. Okay. You can use the right arrow key on your keyboard. And then I will go here on the top. I can select whatever I want. You see, when I'm selecting, it is changing, right? This is called as the bullet library. So you can choose whatever you want. You can even choose the numbers. You see, you can choose the alphabets. You can choose the numerals. So let's choose a number. So her hobbies are number 1, book reading, number 2, painting, number 3, listening music. Now you want to make these bullet points little bolder. You will select one left. You see it is selected, one left. And then or single left. I will click bold and it is all turned into bold. So when I will put my mouse at the end of the music, you see, I press enter, again another bullet is created. Okay, when I hit more enter, the bullet is gone. Okay, so for today, I think I will leave this here because it is already a lot for you. And I will, if you have any question, you can virtual keyboard on your screen. Okay, let me, I think I have not actually installed it this time, but next time I will show you the virtual keyboard on the screen. Okay. So you can see the keyboard on the screen too. It's a good idea. Thanks, Maureen, for letting me know. I will definitely do it next time. So what we can do is now, if you have any question, you can ask me in the chat box. Okay. But let me show you the picture of the keyboard. Maybe if I can find online. Uh, so this is the keyboard that I am using right now. I am using a laptop keyboard, but I think you will be using the desktop keyboard, right? So let's use some keyboard example from here. Let me copy this picture and let's put this picture here on our Word. So here you go. You see, this is how, oh wait, let me make it smaller so you can all see. Oh, okay. Here. Here you go. You see, this is how your keyboard looks like. If you are using a desktop computer right now, then this is how your keyboard looks like. Okay. So you see, here are the alphabets that I was pressing. Here is the space bar. You see, this is a big space bar. Nothing is written on this space bar. And this is what I was pressing. For example, music. I am going to hit a press this button, this big button, the space bar. Space bar, singer, for space bar, example, space bar, rock, space bar, music. Okay. So here are the different alphabets. Here is the shift button when I selected it. For example, I am going to move my mouse and here is the, in the beginning, you can see single left click and then I will hit this shift button. You see, here is the shift button. I will press this shift button and this arrow key. You see the right arrow key here, this one. So I will right arrow key. Shift button is still pressed and I am just pressing now right arrow key and I am selecting it and I am making it bold. I can make it highlighted, and this is how you go. Okay. Here is the enter button when I want to go to the next line. You see here it says enter. So I want to go to the next line. I will hit enter. Okay. If I enter one more time, then this bullet will go because I don't want to have a bullet. Okay. There is a backspace button. Just on the top of the enter is the backspace. You see the arrow is backwards this way. So this means it's a backspace. So I want to go back to the end of music. I want to write something. I will hit backspace and you see I go back. Okay. Another thing that before I end this lecture today, important thing is that, okay, here is the nums lock. When you want to turn on the nums lock in laptop, you don't have it. It is always turned on. But on desktop, there is a nums lock. So if you want to write a number, what you can do, for example, I want to write numbers 1, 2, 3. So you need to hit nums lock so that it is on and you can write 1, comma is where? Here is the comma near the shift button. Oh no, here, sorry. Here on the desktop, it is here. You see, it is next to M button. M and here is the comma. 2, comma, space bar, 3, comma, space bar, 4, comma, space bar. Okay, one, and I showed you today where is the caps. Here is the caps lock. You see, to write the letter in the capital letter. For example, music. I want to write in the capital letter. I will hit caps lock. It's on, and then I will hit M, and then I will move caps lock back. You see, now M is in the capital letter. Now, the last thing that I wanted to show you today, if you make any mistake and you want to go back, you can always turn these arrows. You see, they are the two arrows. This means undo typing. Undo means go back. If I hit, what was the last thing I did? I changed M here. So let's see if it goes back. So let's hit this, go back. You see the M is gone and the M is small. So I went back. But now I am thinking, no, I think what the change I made was correct. So I want to go back again, like in the future. So you can do redo. You see? So redo, it will go back and it will turn into bigger letter. Now I want to go back again and I want to make it smaller. Now I want to go back again, the changes I made, and I want to make it bigger. Now, here I will end this session and I see there is something in the chat box. Okay, so let's have a questions. If you have questions, just ask in the chat box. Or let me ask you a question. What is your takeaway from here? So what did you learn today? What is the Microsoft Word? What is it used for? Who would like to answer? What is Microsoft Word for? Or would you like to, oh yeah, if someone would like to come to type something using the keyboard? No? Okay. Let me do one thing here. Okay. So I don't know. I cannot see your screen. You know what? I will stop sharing my screen. And okay, let me see if there is any message coming here. Okay, no. I would like to know, what did you learn today? Did you get something? Okay, if I give you this assignment for next time, for tomorrow, please write a small essay like this. Can you do that or not? Yeah, okay, that neck I saw. Yes. Okay, there are 3, 4, 5, 6 necks moving like this. Okay, yes, you are going to do that. Okay, that's good. Just try it. If you cannot do that, if you had questions, write down those questions and then ask me, okay? And I will show you how to do it. Got it? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Okay, and is there any other question, Isaac? I think this is too much for them to learn for one day. I can see for children. So I will stop sharing my screen now here and I will ask you some questions. Yeah, okay. So my question is to all of you. You can always type your answer in the chat box, whichever question I'm going to ask. How many of you have ever worked on computer? Ever? Any of you? Just raise your hand. Okay, I see some fingers. Okay, okay, good. So you have worked with how you have worked with? Have you used some Facebook, Twitter, or you have used a Microsoft Office? You have used the Office? Okay, good. Okay, so are you familiar with Word? Were you familiar with the Word before? Have you used the Word before? Wow, that's fantastic. So you can write an excellent essay for me tomorrow, right? Okay. And have you used the PowerPoint before? Okay. No? Excel before? Have you used the Excel before? Okay. So just to give you one thing, you remember I told you that Word is to write an essay, a resume, or a document. PowerPoint is used to make a presentation. Maybe you have seen when you are inviting me, for example, that Noin come here and give us a speech or a lecture. I will prepare my slides, I will prepare my presentation, and that presentation is prepared on PowerPoint. You can also prepare videos on PowerPoint. Okay. And then what is Excel? Excel is used for data. For example, if you have lots of data, you want to do analysis. For example, you are doing a business, a small business. So you want to write how much this cost. Okay, what is the profit for me? How much I am earning? What is the loss? So you will create your Excel sheets. Okay. In Excel sheets, you can create a formula. How many of you study mathematics in school? All of you. So in mathematics, you have seen there are the formulas for subtraction, for adding or the plus, for multiplication, so or division, all these things you can do on Excel sheet. You can just write the numbers and then you have to create a formula. How many of you have used the calculator? All of you. Okay. So you can say that Excel is also another form of calculator, but on Excel, you can create the formulas yourself and you can create a broad range of formulas, not simple one, which you can do on calculator. Okay. So tomorrow I will see your assignment on my best friend. You can write like this. I will, after this recording, I will try to upload this as fast as I can so that you can have the video and you can watch it later on. I also have to upload it from yesterday. It's just that video takes lots of time to be uploaded. So it is not that easy, but I will try to do today's and yesterday's video so that you can go and watch it and you can work over it. Okay. All good? How's your day so far? Your day is good? All of you went to school today? Yeah, it was a good day at school. Okay. How will they present their assignments? I think if there is someone who knows how to write or something, and if I don't want them to print it. It will be too much for them to print something. So I would like that if they can just write on one computer all, and you can send me, one person can send me by electronically so I can see. Just type the name of the student on the top so I know who is that student who has written that, and that would be good for me. And after, at the end of our all sessions for students, I will prepare a small simple test, a small quiz that they can answer, and that would be it, right? I just don't want to go and print everyone's assignment. So if they can just work on one computer or two computers, they can just type their essays, and one of the teacher or whoever is the supervisor, he can send me by email. Okay, I am dropping my email in the chat box. Okay, here is my email. Here you go. So just send me by email and I will have a look at it. Okay. So what are you going to do after this session? Do you have any plans? Going back home, eating and sleeping, or playing? Okay. I think that's a big silence. Sleeping? Reading. Wow, you're reading. You are such a good kid. You are good kids. You are going to read. I like it. Okay, cool. So I think we still have some time. Do you have any question?
You cannot talk to them. Questions.
What?
Ask us. You can ask us.
I ask you. Okay. So let me ask you a question because now I can hear you. So on keyboard how the space bar or space button looks like. The space button on the
Or
keyboard,
just read it.
how it looks like.
Show it to her. Show it. Just read it.
Yeah, good. Okay. Is there anything written on the space button? Is there anything written on the space button? No. Good. So can you please tell me when you have to make a letter a bigger, not like a capital letter, not a small uppercase letter, then which button you hit? Which button you hit? Which button you will hit on the keyboard? What? Caps lock. Where is the caps lock? I don't see it. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, let me ask you next question. When you have to go to the next line, okay, which button you will hit on your keyboard?
Enter.
Enter. Where is the enter? Can you please show me where is the enter? Okay, perfect. So, okay, next question. You know where is enter. Which button is on the top of enter? You see enter? What is the on the top of the enter? Which button is on top of enter? Is it a
Backspace.
backspace, right? When you have to go back, right? Exactly. So if I have to type numbers on Word, what I have to press first? I want to type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the numbers. Which button I have to press first? No, there is a num lock. There is a num lock where you see where on your keyboard 1, 2, 3 is written. On the top is num lock. So you hit the num lock button. Okay. Can you show me now where is the num lock? Yeah, it is this. You press this and then the light will be on your keyboard. There will be a green light. And then you can type the numbers. Okay. And when you press it back, then it will be off. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I have one last question. If you have to select a text on the word, you hit one left mouse below the word, and then which button you press, which key you press on your keyboard, which key, which button you press.
Get a question.
No.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Get the question.
So you press shift. You see there is a shift button on your keyboard. Let me share my screen and show you where is the shift button. Here we go. So you see here. Here is the shift button. Do you all see this shift button here? Where my mouse is moving? So you press this shift button and you keep on pressing. For example, this is my shift button. So I will press it and I will keep on pressing it. I will not release my finger. You see, it is pressed. And then I will press this arrow key. You see where my mouse is next, the arrow key. So I will press arrow key like this. You see, I am pressing the shift button and I am not releasing my finger. And then I am hitting this arrow key 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. And I am selecting as much as text I want to select. Okay. Shift button is still pressed and I am just hitting this arrow key. Okay. And this is how I select the text. Okay. You get it?
Yes.
Yeah. So can you please show me where is the shift button now on your keyboard? I will stop sharing my screen. Yes. And where is that arrow key that I showed you on your keyboard? Arrow keys? Yes, exactly. Exactly. So you press when you are selecting the word, to the right direction, you press the right arrow key. When you are selecting the text to the down, you press the down arrow key. Okay. When you are selecting the text on the top, you select the top arrow key. And when you are selecting the text to the left, you select the left arrow key. Okay. All good? Yes, that was a very confident yes, and I like it. Okay. So I think more. Is there any other question before I think I end this session? Any other question from you? No. So you know what? You don't even have to write about your my best friend. Okay, how many of you are best friends here? Oh, you are a lot of best. All of you are best friends. Okay, I think my best friend is a good topic. Write about the best. Who is Tim Tooney? I want to see the Tim Tooney. You are Tim Tooney. Okay, Tim Tooney. But that's good, Tim Tooney. I mean, it's a very nice name. I never heard about it. It's a nice name. Okay, so with this, I think probably I will let you go. You can go and read the book. Okay, and tomorrow maybe I will ask you which books you read. Okay. So.
Okay, so what is the meaning of the
Sorry.
name Timtoni?
What is the
Timtoni
sorry?
means progress.
Okay.
Progress.
Progress. Okay.
That's
Cool.
the meaning of Timtoni.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. So Tim Tooney, you have a nice name. I already told you, right? Okay. I will let you go, all of you now, and you have a great day. Enjoy the book reading. And
Thank you so much. And do have a nice time too.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.